reporters from the American cable news network in Baghdad, President Saddam Hussein maintained his show of defiance of the West, but added that there is still room for negotiation. In particular, Saddam stressed the importance of the latest mission by Soviet envoy Yevgeny Primakov, perceived in the West as a failure, but viewed differently by Iraq.
Only yesterday we presented Mr. Primakov with some practical ideas, proposals with regard to these people who are prevented from leaving the country.
And Saddam said the dialogue is continuing. This hint of progress on the hostages has added strength to a report in this morning's Financial Times that Iraq would consider releasing all the foreigners it's holding if the Soviet Union and France commit themselves publicly to resolve the Gulf crisis by peaceful means. The Iraqis have apparently been encouraged by the latest position pronounced by Mikhail Gorbachev in Paris. After talks with President Mitterrand, the Soviet leader said any military option in the Gulf was unacceptable. And Saddam Hussein may now be preparing to trade off his hostages to win valuable concessions from his former ally.
Iraq saying America won't rule out the use of force if Saddam Hussein doesn't get his troops out of Kuwait.
The Secretary of State sets off later this week for talks in Saudi Arabia, and he's warning the American people that war in the Gulf is still a very real possibility.
Let no one doubt, we will not rule out a possible use of force if Iraq continues to occupy Kuwait.
Normally, Mr. Baker is cautious. In this speech, though, he spoke of war more than once when referring to Saddam Hussein.
His is a prescription for war. And ladies and gentlemen, let me say this very bluntly. If his way of doing business prevails, there will be no hope for peace in this era.
For now, though, the diplomatic campaign at the United Nations is still going the way America wants, with the latest resolution against Iraq holding it accountable for the destruction of property and human rights in Kuwait.